Hello and welcome to the Pup Mommy. Well, I've got my working duds on today because we're going to be diving into two of the most iconic working breeds, the Doberman Pinscher and the German Shepherd. Now, if you're stuck choosing between these two, boy, I get it, because I've owned Dobermans and I've owned Shepherds, and I own Shepherds now. And while they share a lot of the same traits, they're very different dogs. And depending on your lifestyle, one may be a much better fit for you than the other. So let's start with this. First of all, I've owned dogs for close to 35 years, multiple breeds, large and small, puppies and seniors. And I will be very honest with you in telling you that I do not recommend either the German Shepherd or the Doberman Pinscher for first-time dog owners. And why? Well, because first of all, these dogs are dominant, they're powerful, they're intelligent, and if you really don't know what that means specifically, you could get in over your head very quickly. These dogs need structure, they need boundaries, and they need owners who are calm, fair, and consistent and loving. And they enforce the boundaries, they enforce the structure. These two breeds are not learn-as-you-go breeds, all right? Next thing is where not to get your dogs, okay? So first of all, please do not buy a Doberman or a German Shepherd from a Facebook ad, from Craigslist, from Facebook community groups, from YouTube ads, or your neighbor's accidental litter. Poor breeding habits and poor breeding standards lead to unstable temperaments, very serious health issues, and heartbreak. You know, there's a reason why German Shepherds are the third most surrendered breed in the country. You know, a reputable breeder does health testing, they do socialization, and they help you find the right temperament of the puppy that's going to fit you. It's not just the first puppy available. And breeders who are reputable, ethical, again, they are going to be there for you from the time that you adopt the dog to long after you go home. In fact, they're there for you until the dog passes away. Now, regarding training and intelligence, well, the Doberman and the German Shepherd are smart. There's two of the smartest breeds out there. But that's not always a good thing, because they'll outthink you if you're not prepared, and if you don't know what you're doing, they're going to sense it. If you need, how shall I say this? You need more than a PetSmart and Petco group class, and you can't binge watch YouTube videos. You need to hire an experienced trainer who really knows these breeds, because the wrong training can actually make things much worse. Now, with energy and temperament, German Shepherds are herding dogs, all right? So that means that they need a job, they need structure, they need mental stimulation. They always seem to be going on the go. Dobermans, on the other hand, they are working dogs too, but they're more attracted to you. Like Weimaraners and Vizslas, these are Velcro dogs. They want to be wherever you are. They want to be where, they just simply want to be there by you. Now, my Shepherds are great family dogs. They generally bond with almost everyone, whether it's people, whether it's pets. On the other hand, with my Dobermans, Dobermans are kind of a one-person dog. They are very sweet with others. They are members of the family. They can be tolerant of the pets, but I will tell you, there is always that one person that the Doberman is going to zero in on, and that they are going to make you their person. And I will say this too, if protection is what you're after, you want to feel safe, both breeds have it in spades. But I will tell you, my Dobermans have the look and the stance. You know, what I call the Doberman stare. And when I was walking them one day and I stopped to talk to my neighbor just suddenly remarks to me, he's looking at me, he's looking at the dog, and I don't think I like the way she's looking at me. And I can also tell you that when I walked the two of them together on the sidewalk, people saw us coming. It was like the parting of the Red Sea. And I still have that to a certain degree with my Shepherds as well, especially if the two of them are together walking in front of me. Now, regarding size and cost of these breeds, first of all, puppies from Dobermans and German Shepherds, when you're talking reputable, ethical breeders, you're talking probably about $2,500 minimum in terms of cost per puppy. There are a lot of other factors that go into that cost. Some it's going to be higher, some a tad lower. When you add the food, the vet care, the training, the supplies, and your first year costs are probably going to hit somewhere between $4,500 and $5,000, very easy. And then ongoing costs after that is easily going to be a couple grand a year with food, vet, grooming, probably your highest inputs. Now, size-wise with these dogs, both of these dogs are big dogs. All right, they're 80, 90 pounds on average, some a little more even. I'm 5'7", and I don't have to bend over to pet either the Doberman or the German Shepherd. And also, as an added FYI, if you are a homeowner, these dogs need space. And if you have and love a perfectly manicured emerald isle green lawn, you won't have it for long. I used to. Their size, their energy, when they're running and playing, they just rip up that lawn in no time. And it's kind of like watching landscaping dreams die in slow motion. So let's come and talk now to the elephant in the room, which is basically shedding. If you hate vacuuming, this might sway your decision because German Shepherds shed constantly, everywhere, any place, on clothes, everywhere, in your car. When I think about all the hair that I have that's passed through my returns and air vents, I think that my house has been insulated for the third time, re-insulated, I should say. And with Dobermans, it's a different story. They're much less shedding, very sleek coats, easier upkeep. And finally, I want to talk a little bit about health issues. Now, no breed is perfect, but here's what you can potentially face. It's not a given. It's potential out there. With German Shepherds, first of all, you've got hip and elbow dysplasia, which is basically genetic joint malformation. It leads to arthritis, pain, and sometimes, yes, definitely difficulty in walking. I have had this with a couple of my Shepherds, but my Shepherds compensate for the dysplasia. They didn't have, there's all different severities of dysplasia. My Shepherds will live to over 12 years with the dysplasia. One of the other diseases that we're starting to see a lot more of is hemangiosarcoma, which is a fast-moving, often fatal cancer that typically affects the spleen and the heart. The next type of thing you should be on the lookout for is bloat, because the German Shepherd and both the Doberman are deep-chested. So this is something that affects deep-chested dogs. It's a life-threatening condition where the stomach twists. And if you don't understand what bloat is and can't recognize it, your dog literally can die in 1 hour. I'm serious. German Shepherds also have very sensitive stomachs. They're prone to food intolerance. I have very finicky eaters right at the moment. So I'm always kind of, looking at what can I feed them, what can I switch. I'm constantly switching food. They have digestive upsets. They're going to have gastro issues. So again, something to keep in mind. Now, health issues with Dobermans is they usually are prone to dilated cardiomyopathy, which is also another name of DCM. It's when the heart muscle weakens and enlarges, and it often leads to sudden heart failure. Dobermans are known for wobbler syndrome, which is kind of like a spinal compression that affects coordination and balance. Usually occurs in the neck area. Von Willebrand's disease is a blood clotting disorder that also can lead to a fatality. And again, as I said earlier, bloat. Dobermans, again, are deep-chested dogs, so they are at risk as well. So if you are on the fence with these breeds, definitely take your time. The right dog can change your life. The wrong dog can break your heart and your bank. So that's why I do what I do. I help people find the breed that truly fits their lifestyle, their home, their experience, and their heart. And if you would like help figuring that out in totally third party here, no bias, I have personalized services that I offer. If you'd like to find out more about them, I'll leave links to my website and my calendar in the description section, and you can contact me. So with that, I'm going to say thank you very much for watching. I very much appreciate it. Don't forget to like and subscribe. If you have any comments, please leave them below. In the comments section, I try to get everyone. And if you have Dobermans and Shepherds, like I have, let me know. Anyway, thank you very much again, and I'll say bye for now.